Good morning, everybody. This is episode 177 now, and Barry here, and I've got a special guest with me in the studio now. Last time we met was on Boxing Day at the end of 2020, and it's been a while, and today we're going to be talking about the importance of being healthy and keeping healthy and eating the right foods and staying home if we're not well. This is a subject I hadn't touched on for a while, so I thought I might keep you viewers up to speed. Well, joining me now in the studio is my former Wednesday co-host and from the Sunday Project outings. Good morning, Alana. Welcome.
Good morning, Barry. Thanks for having me today in the studio.
Well, our health is very important, okay, and serious. Go up to the hospital. Here's my outsider for her opening view on this.
Yeah, I completely agree. If you're not feeling well, depends on the severity of it. Like, if it's really, really bad, then I would suggest going to hospital, like if you can't breathe or if you're bleeding. But if it's not too bad, I would suggest going to the doctors.
And like I've said in many of the videos that I have brought to you, always tell the doctors and nurses the truth. And the ambulance officers. Here's my outsider.
Yeah, I completely agree. You don't want to tell them misinformation,
And stick to your story as well because, like I've also mentioned on the show, okay, hospitals are not hotels. Here's my outsider.
I completely agree. Yeah, hospitals aren't hotels, and sometimes people do treat it like one, and it's not right, is it, Barry?
Well, if you were well enough to go home, guys, please go home.
Yeah.
Here's my outsider.
Yeah, I completely agree, but it's not a motel, and you using that bed, it's taking away the bed from someone else, isn't it?
Okay, for example, if someone had taken the bed away that I required and I was more sick than they were, then I'd be furious. Here's my outsider.
Rightly so, Barry. That's fair enough. I'd be furious too.
So guys, if you don't need to be in the hospital for no reason, even if your 4 hours is up, okay, unless your condition changes, please leave the doctors and the hospitals for sicker patients. Here's my outsider.
I completely agree. If you're feeling better, then you need to go home and give the bed to someone else. Hey, Barry.
Yeah, and don't abuse hospital staff either because that's not what they're there for.
Yeah.
And even my special guest, she is starting to be a nurse, so I won't go into further detail about that, but we wish her well next year. And if she gets the placement, so the most important thing, ladies and gentlemen, if you're better, please go home, take your Panadol, go to your GP. Here's my outsider.
Yeah, I completely agree. If you're feeling better, then you need to give the bed to someone else.
And also have transport arranged to go home as well. If you cannot get home by yourself, the doctors will organise patient transport for you. Now, patient transport is like an ambulance without the sirens on, okay? And they're not a general duty ambulance like the red and white. So the hospital will then ring 1323 and organise the ambulance for you to get home. But if you can get home, organise a friend or family member to pick you up. And before you leave the hospital, guys, make sure you've got all your belongings and your paperwork and your medication that the doctor is giving you. Here's my outsider.
Yeah, I completely agree. You got to make sure that when you're discharging from the hospital that you've got all your medication ready to go. Isn't that right, Barry?
And make sure you have your clothes packed. Make sure that you're dressed. Okay, here's my outsider.
Yeah, I completely agree. You got to make sure that you got all your belongings and you're not leaving anything behind.
Okay, and because the ambulance could come at midday to take you, depending on how busy they are. Here's my outsider.
100%. The ambulance definitely take you, depending on how busy you are.
Well, the patient transport can arrive at 12 o'clock or any time after that. Okay, to make sure that you are ready to go and don't have an argument with the doctors or the nurses up at MB because that's not the way to go. But like, for example, I was meant to come home one Saturday morning, but the pain was too severe. Yet a staff member had to come and get me, but things changed. It is important to look after your health, guys. Now, if you are unwell to do a shift, please ring up earlier rather than later. Here's my outsider.
Yeah, I completely agree. It's always best to inform as soon as you know. Isn't that right, Barry?
Because there's no point bringing up at 20 minutes to 7, excuse me, it's no point bringing up at 20 to 7 in the morning or 20 to 4 in the afternoon because it could be too late to cover the shift. Here's my outsider.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I completely agree.
So if you were sick, what time would you ring?
I'd ring as soon as I knew that I was unable to attend the shift. As soon as I knew.
So, if I was sick, guys, and unable to go to work, I'd probably ring my cab driver as soon as possible and ring the manager, and if the matter was serious, again, I would then organise to go to the doctor. But if it was serious, I would ring 000, get checked out of the hospital, and like I said just a moment ago here on the show, if I was okay, the hospital would ring the house and say I was ready to be picked up. So, in order for me to be picked up from hospital, I would have to have my paperwork, the medication I was on, my clothes on, so I could be ready for pickup, depending on what time it was. So if I was sick and unable to go to class, I would ring them, okay, let them know, and then probably go to the doctor or call the after hours. So let's not tell lies, guys, about our health. Let's be honest. Here's my outsider.
Yeah, I completely agree. It's always important to be honest, isn't it, Barry?
Honesty is the key because we brought this up on a video 2 years ago. Being honest with a person, okay? Don't tell them absolute lies, guys, because it is off-putting. And don't change your stories when the ambulance gets here. Okay, tell them the truth. Here's my outsider.
I completely agree. It's very important to tell the truth, isn't it?
Because the ambulance officers had a lot of emergencies to get to, okay, and especially if you're on the phone to Triple O, tell them the exact problem and give them the right address. Here's my outsider.
I completely agree, Barry. You always have to give them the right information, and sometimes you might not know the right address, so give the right, nearest landmark. You know what I mean? So if we were here and we didn't know the address, we would say we were opposite Beverly Job Park, wouldn't we? We would say that.
Or we would say we're near St. John the Apostle.
The school?
The school.
That's a good landmark, definitely. Near Narrowena Shops, could say that.
Or the dog park.
Yeah, could say Narrowena Dog Park.
Yeah, and if the ambulance can't find that where you are calling them to, give them your mobile number, guys, so that they know where to meet you, and be precise with them.
Yeah.
Okay, because it is important.
Definitely is important.
Well, we hope that this video has given you and your family helpful information about your health. And remember, get a COVID-19 vaccination. Okay, I had one yesterday. Okay, so get one from your doctor. Okay, some of us had them yesterday here, and I was brave, and I nearly chickened out.
Who did it, Barry?
The Defence Force.
They came round, did they?
Yeah.
So did a nurse do it, or?
One of the guys did it.
Wow.
So please, guys, let's look after our health, and if we're sick, cancel our plans to go out.
Yeah.
Drink your fluid, take some Panadol, take your temperature, isolate, guys, wear a mask if you've got a cold, and these are the things we'd like to close the show with today. And Alana, thanks for coming on the show today. What did you learn about this?
Well, I didn't know you had the COVID vaccine shot, so I learned that. All the other stuff I would say that I know because I'm obviously, as you know, I'm starting to become a nurse, so a lot of the other stuff I already knew. But yeah, I didn't know you had a COVID vaccine. That's awesome.
So I'd like to thank you, Alana, for coming on episode 177 today, and lovely to see you again in the studio
Thanks for having me.
as usual. And I was just going through some of the videos from 2019, and oh boy, what fun we had, eh?
So much fun.
So, have you anything to say to the viewers before we wrap up?
Just want to say thanks for having me, guys.
And remember, 000 is only to be used in an emergency. Here's my outsider for her closing message on this, and farewell now.
Yeah, I completely agree. Only for an emergency.
Don't ring them up to say that you need your pizza delivered or your car won't start or you want your gas put back on or your hot water or your souffle won't rise in the oven, because guys, the wrong corded 000 could potentially, and we repeat, potentially cost someone like me and my outsider their life. So only use call an ambulance if need be, guys, and don't use them as a taxi to get home from shopping centres, clubs, or the night out. Your night out, if you need a taxi, guys, dial for a taxi.
Yeah.
And thank you, Alana, for coming on the show. The time is nearly 25 to midday here. Okay, thanks for watching episode 177, and we look forward to your company on episode 178.
Bye, guys.
But from Alana, Wilson, and I now, it's a very good morning, and thank you for watching. Bye bye.